AMG family, Mondo here. Hey, just wanted to make sure real quick before we get started that you guys have subscribed to the AMG Podcast channel. Go below if you can't see it, look a little, scroll down, whatever you got to do. Hit that subscribe button. It helps us immensely here at the AMG Podcast. The second thing we need you to do is turn on your notifications. That way, anytime we drop new content, you are the first to be notified. That way we can grow together. We can learn in life together and do life together. All right. So with that said, let's get to it. What's up, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Mondo with the AMG Podcast. Welcome to another day, another time for us to fellowship, have some great conversation, and just chop it up. Today, I've got my boy, my homie, my guy. Second time around. Got so good the first time, he was like, let's do it again.
Like couscous.
That's right. My boy, Mike Medley is here again up in PA doing his thing, man. Hey, welcome to the podcast, bro. Way to hang out with me again. Thank you, man.
Oh, thank you, Mondo. It's awesome to be back, man. You know, you're like a brother from another mother, so it's always just nice to see you and just chop it up, man.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. So it's been a little bit. It's been a few months since we got the podcast going the first time around, and there's been a lot of different things happening, some changes, change is good for those who don't like change. Just for the record, change is not always bad. It's just change, okay? But some things have been transpiring in your world, definitely mine. And man, I'm excited to chop it up with you about some of these changes. But there's one particular word, or maybe just a sentence, if you will, that when we talked earlier and even today, it's burning on your heart. And I can't wait to talk about this with you, man. So I'm going to have you introduce the topic, my friend. For those who don't know, Mike and I go back ways. That's another story. Watch the other podcast. We're going to get right into it. Mike, what are we doing today, man?
Mondo, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Today, listen, people, today we're talking about growth. You heard it. That word growth.
Growth. Okay. All right. We're going to talk about growth. That can mean a lot of different things. But we ain't going to talk about all them things. We're going to talk about the few things that pertain to us. So it might get a little gritty today. That's all right. If you're offended, I don't care.
Don't mind us.
Yeah. I love it, man. I love it. All right. So growth, talking about growth. I'm going to start with you, man. Obviously, you're a guy that doesn't shy away from growth. Like you will step into the trenches, into the fire, to be molded into processes that you have to succumb to become a better man, person, business person, whatever, father, husband, all that fun stuff. What is it about growth that either you enjoy or dislike? I kind of want to start with two questions. Like, what do you love about growth? And then we're going to get specifics, but what do you also dislike about it? Kind of help us out here.
Interesting. So let's start with the dislike first.
Okay. All right, bet. Yep.
The things I dislike about growth is the barriers, is the shackles. It's the others that want to shackle you down and prevent you from growth. There's too many of us that we see the light at the end of the tunnel. And as you're going through that tunnel, you know, there's all these walls and barriers that are pulling you back, right? And who are those walls and those barriers? Those are your company, your manager, your friends, your colleagues that you're associated with. And the reason why I talk about the dislike of growth is even when you want to grow, it's so hard to pull yourself out of those trenches because everybody that you're surrounded by, you know, the majority of the people that you're associated with, they're scared of the growth, right? They're scared of seeing what's out there and the opportunities. And those preconceived repercussions of being scared and preventing yourself going out there and jumping in the trenches and jumping off the deep end, that's what's going to hold them back. You know, scared money don't make money, Mondo. You know that, right?
That's true.
So you got to give to get. You got to give to grow. And if you're not pushing yourself and you're just kind of, you know, going through the motions and you're surviving, and even if you're being successful, but you're still just going through the motions and you're not pushing yourself, that means you're complacent,
Mm,
right?
mm,
And excuse my verbiage, but I'll be complacent when I pass. I'll be content when I pass. While I'm living, I'm always going to keep looking to better myself and better my surrounding circles, right?
mhm.
And most importantly, it's about bettering the family and the sustainability of the generations to come, you
Yeah.
know? Um, yeah. And then
Yeah, beautifully
go ahead.
said. Because you answered both questions in one response, which is good. Like the things that frustrate you about growth, but also the things that you like about it. But then you also went back and said the things you didn't like about it, then the things that you did. So it's kind of cool how you web that together. And I see your passion for it, man. Where there's not a lot of growth-minded individuals. There's a lot of complacent individuals. And I've had to do some self-checks over the years to make sure, like, and I'm not a complacent kind of person. And I realized, like, no, I'm not. I may be in a place or in a season where I'm not happy about it. I'm not,
Hmm.
I feel stagnated. I'm not, maybe I've outgrown, the opportunity or the place or the circumstances or the room that I'm in, like what
Hmm.
I see is beyond what this offers. I'm
Right.
what I see of myself and my potential and my value is bigger than what you see of me, sir.
Hmm.
That's to me, that's a strong one. And I think that's where a lot of people kind of get trapped is they submit or succumb to the expectations or the potential that somebody else projects on you,
Hmm.
how they see you.
And they want to keep you there.
And they only see you in a certain spot. Well, that person wouldn't want somebody doing it to them,
Nope.
right? And
Yeah.
so it comes to a point where I know even for me, man, um, if I'm mentors that I do have, or if I have a conversation with someone else, I'm always looking at, all right, if I'm saying something to someone, and or like where am I in that? Like if I'm suggesting to one of my mentees about growth, I got to make sure I'm doing the same daggum thing.
Hmm.
Right. And so it's kind of a self check to say, all right, well, yeah, I said that to him, but well, yeah, it's like, you know what, maybe I need to push a little harder. Right. Because sometimes it's you grow and you're like, all right, cool, but I don't want to chill too long.
Right. Right.
I don't
Right.
want you to too long, man. So yeah, it's just interesting, man. Like to see even your journey and how how I met you and where you are today. I love to see the growth as in any individual, any friend of mine, but in particular you now because we're talking. Like, just love to see the growth of who you are as a person, as a man, as a businessman. Just awesome, man. I just absolutely love it, and uh, you know, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of people doing their thing, whether it's you or someone
Mhm.
else. If you are doing your thing and you're on the path that God puts you on, I am cheering for you, man.
That's right.
I'm cheering for you. Okay, say it's not with me anymore. So be it. Maybe you ain't supposed to be. I just miss
Hmm.
your company. Okay, cool. Well, they got Zoom. We can get some company doing this, but go do your thing.
Hmm.
Like, I am a fan of people doing their thing, and it don't have to be with me.
Facts.
Now, if it is, cool.
Hmm.
That's fine. But if it's not, dude, it's nothing worse than a forced relationship.
Mm.
It's
Say,
nothing worse than a forced relationship from either side or both or whatever. So,
mhm.
man, I love the fact that, if people are listening to this and they're like, okay, where are these guys getting at? Honestly, do your thing, grow, and don't let nobody stop you from doing so. Period.
Mhm.
The end. They can go fly a kite. I don't care who it is. I don't care how much money they got. I don't care how much influence they got. I don't care where they from, what they look like, what they meant to you then, what they mean to you now. It don't matter. No one, first of all, they didn't put you here and they ain't taking
Mhm.
you out of here. They didn't design the plan for your life. So why in the heck, Mike, do we give so much authority to people
Power.
and power to dictate what the heck we should be doing? Man, you
Man,
put me here. You ain't putting my pants on. You ain't taking care of my daggum kids. You ain't paying my bills. Man, shut up. Man, go do something, man. Get up out of here. What you talking about? Like, nah, bro. Tripping.
man, Mondo, you said something too. So, like, even when you're trying to grow and those same people are are trying to hold you back, right? We got to take the blinders off and take a look at who are those same people that are holding us back. Are they growing? Are they doing the things that they're telling us to do?
No, no. You know what? Because
No.
if they were, they wouldn't be paying attention to us. You don't
Say
have
it again.
time. You don't have time to worry about somebody else's growth when you focus on yours.
Mm-hmm.
But when
Yeah.
you chilling, all you got is time to sit around and just judge everybody, knowing your lazy ass sitting around ain't doing a daggum thing,
Right.
but judging people on what they're not doing or what they should be doing based upon your opinion and your perspective. Those individuals, chuck them the deuce, bro. Ain't got
Possibly
time
so.
for it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have time for it. Not interested at all. Seriously, bro. It's crazy. Here's the crazy thing, man. In my particular journey, I grew up in a family, well, not everybody, but there was the sector that I really, gleaned off of and chose to listen to and, and be around. These were the people in my family that were all growth minded. It's one side of my family that's like super growth minded. And I want, man, yeah, I want to be around them. Those who weren't, okay, cool, love you and everything, but stay over there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Keep your distance.
Yeah, exactly. I see you at the cookout at the other picnic table, way over there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But those in my family, I want to be around the growth minded people. And then so in my personal life, whether it be friends, whether it be, as much as I could within the work environment, I try to gravitate to those types of people, even mentors, right? But then, you get in some work environments, you get around people who they say they're growth minded, but they want everybody else to grow and not them.
Right.
There's a fake and the funk kind of thing, especially in the sales environment. Let's call it what it is, bro.
Call a spade, of course. They
Call it
don't
what
really
it
want
is.
you to
And I
grow.
know there's other businesses, and you could say medical too, or you could say in this and that, and in certain industries or whatever. But I don't have experience in all that. In sales, it's a thing. It is a thing. And I mean, I don't know. Not to get, I'm gonna get off my soapbox because this thing is high. My soapbox is high. It's a huge column.
Uh-huh.
But what's interesting is you, for me, I got in sales environments and have been in a good handful for sure, um, where the people there were like-minded with the people in my family that I didn't want to sit at the cookout with,
That's at the other table. Right. Mm-hmm.
but they happened to be in this workspace.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like people that I would never even want to hang with on a personal tip, but I'm obligated to be around them
Mm-hmm.
because of the work environment. Well, when in actuality, if it wasn't for work, I really wouldn't even care to know you. Sorry, that's just like, and they may feel the same about me. That's cool too.
Yeah.
I could take that. And I'm not offended.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what happens? I think if you're a W-2 person or you're in sales or you're in whatever it is, and you're in an environment where you really can't control who comes in the doors, and you have to succumb to all the different programmings and the different things that are happening, the different mindsets and all that. Mike, isn't it tough to maintain your focus of growth when you feel like, oh man, there's a lot of drag in the room, mental drag. There's not a lot of camaraderie. It's like you don't know where to sit because this yucky over there and this yucky over there. It's like, I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those environments you got to get out of. You got to go. I got to get out. Personally, you know, you can only take it so long.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and when you're trying to grow and you're being told, do X, Y, Z, and you do the X, Y, and Z, nothing changes,
Mhm,
right? Nothing changes. You do what you're told to do,
mhm.
but nothing changes. Why? Because they're going to keep you right where they want you to be, right?
Well, yeah, dude. See, there are
And,
people. Go ahead, finish this. I'm gonna shut up. I'm on something different today. Go ahead. Do you think? I'm sorry.
well, no, and because I want to hear what you have to say, but just in my personal circumstances, hey man, I'm thankful for where I've been. I'm thankful for what I learned, and I'm thankful that I've grown and I've moved on. Um, I didn't move on from the company. I moved on from individuals that weren't on the same page as me.
Got it.
And those are whether it comes from management, you know, upper from that as well.
Okay.
But you can't stay in that space too long because that mental drag, Mondo, you that mental drag will prevent you from go using your mind and growing. You
Hmm.
know, the storm doesn't stop; it only gets stronger. The harder you work, the more you're driven. And I want to stay in that storm.
Mm,
That's where I want to stay. I want to stay in that storm. That the the more powerful that it gets, the more things that happen.
mm. Wow, man. There's something that the process that we're talking about that you've been through in your journey and I've been through, I think it's a part of the growth, though. I don't think you really have real sustainable growth and be aware of the value of it if you don't have experiences of being around drag,
Yeah.
right? It's you because you can't A B it without it, right? You got to have
Hmm.
sucky to have and understand how great is. You got to have sucky. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to have both. But there's some people, and I'm never going to be one of these people. I'll vow to myself, man. Like if it gets like that, I'm chucking the deuce. I'm out. Like because because here's the thing, man. I want to be around people where I'm learning from them, and maybe they can learn from me. You know that whole thing of you don't want to be the smartest person in the room.
Right.
I do want to add value if I can, but I'm not going into a room so everybody can get value from me and that's it. No, I really want to go and get value from so many others, right?
Right.
And maybe we're in a sharing type of environment, we can all grow together. That for me, that's the sweet spot, right?
Hmm.
And I've been in some environments like that, you know, very few, but I have some relationships like that. Even in my recent prior, I had a couple, individuals where they were like-minded too, but we were, sinking in the abyss of drag,
Together.
together, linked up, hugging each other. No, all
Yeah,
right,
one's got the life jacket, one's got the rope.
right, for real, man. Like, yeah, and so, it's one of those things, man, where in my personal life, um, I, dude, here's a mistake that I've made. My personal life, my phone book, not my colleagues, my friends, and the guys' brothers, sisters, things like that. There's those people you can kind of, well, at least me, I choose in my family who I want to deal with.
Hmm.
I don't play that game of, well, they family, so they got to be. No, I don't do that. Like that's just me. Maybe I'm mean. Maybe I'm mean. Sorry, family, if y'all watching, y'all getting pissed at me right now. But if we're not here in the same kind of stratosphere of like growth and trying to get after the same way and same kind of values and all that stuff, I ain't fooling with you like that. Love you, but do it over there, right?
Hmm.
And what I found is that my circle within the family, my family, and then you compare that to the circle in some of my work environments, vastly different, vastly
Right.
different. And it's, bro, I'm okay. I've been in a couple work environments where I was actually embarrassed to even invite some of my friends to any company events.
Hmm.
I There was times, if not a lot of times, I didn't even want to take my wife, dog, like straight up. Baby, I got it. You cool. Stay with the kids. Don't worry. I'll go if you want me to. Now, because like if anyone's gonna take the darts of poor mindsets,
Hmm.
let me do it. But I'm not gonna subject that my family to it.
Facts.
Right. And so I found that my work environment, I was like, man, there's got to be other places or people or surrounded, large, small, medium, whatever, or just one person, I don't care, that is like-minded, like the people I choose to hang with in my personal circle,
Hmm.
growth-minded people. And I started realizing that, man, when I didn't even want to introduce what I was doing to my friends, not what I was doing, the people I was doing it with,
Hmm.
that part.
That's deep.
And Selena called it out. She called it out. Like I thought it was hiding in plain sight. You're right.
Nah.
No,
Nah.
no, it didn't work. And she called it out, and I was like, "That's so true, man." And one of my buddies, I had been in doing what I was doing for a long time, and I had never really, blended the worlds. I never wanted to blend the world
Mm,
or my worlds to be one world. Never wanted to. I always kept them compartmentalized.
right.
And I found myself almost kind of being dual minded. Not a very healthy spot to be in. I'm kind of giving y'all, this is not a praise moment. This is a moment where I sucked moment, and I'm kind of hoping to help somebody who may be in the same thing.
Hmm.
I was dual minded. You know, I was still me, but I was kind of hiding this world from this world, right?
Yeah.
And kind of separating this world. And this world wanted like, yeah, we should be able. I'm like, yeah, no, stay over there. I don't want y'all to meet.
Hmm.
It's two completely different types of environments and mindsets. And and this sounds real bougie and real arrogant, but it's very real for those who know me and understand what I'm about to say. I always felt like I was stepping down, like going backwards to the environment I came from versus staying in the environment I'm in and growing from there. It was just this teeter totter, and it was mentally just straining, man. Mentally straining.
Mm,
And some people may not understand that because you may not have that dynamic, and that's okay. But and maybe it's a me issue. Like some of my people might say, Mike, right? Like, why are you ashamed of? It's not ashamed. Everybody knew what I did for a living.
right.
I just didn't want to blend the worlds.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense though.
And and then honestly, man, it wore on me over a long period of time. It wore on me, especially here it is. I'm about to light your fire. You ready, man?
Let's go. Let's go.
When you get people over here in your world saying, man, we believe in you. We see, man, you're able to meet your potential. Man, you can, well, I'm going to get you with these people and this person, this opportunity may come with us and blah, 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 blah. And then right on the other side of the fence, you got these people saying, man, you don't want to do that. That's not good. That's not doesn't work. Man, no, that's not for you. No, you're better at this. No, you should stay here. Man, da, 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 da. Like all this. And they're like, man, oh man, you should. And they're like, oh, don't do that. This is, man, you're awesome here. Like, oh, that's hard over there. That's not impossible. You can't do that. I did it and it didn't work for me. And I know him and it didn't work for him. I know her and it didn't work for her. I'm like, yeah, she's a crackhead. No wonder it didn't work for her. But but and it's this pull of like, stay here. It's like, come on, like stay here and then come on. And you're like, ah.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it's like, well, then you say, okay, well, I'm gonna go on. And here's what happens.
Come on.
Insecurities flare up.
Of course.
Well, what you doing over there? Why you talking to them? Well, what, why you, can I meet them? Well, um, where you been? Well, are you, it's like, are you an eighth grade little girl, dude?
Say it again.
For real?
Hmm.
We doing
Hmm.
that? Like we doing
Yeah.
that? You know what I'm saying? It's, bro,
Right in front of us.
and I got a pet peeve. Insecure men, I have no tolerance for. I seriously don't, bro. Like, I got a lot of words for that, but I'm gonna save it because yeah, I gotta keep it chill.
It ain't the call.
But so I finally think about it, Mike. Like, have you been in a spot before I talk for the whole freaking time here? Have you been in a spot where it's that dichotomy, right? You're in a you gotta because I know a little bit about your background and where you come from.
Hmm.
I understand the circles that you dwell in personally. Prior to me meeting you, during our friendship, now, and even probably most likely later.
Yeah.
But then there's this other world you acquire that is their insecurities are offended by that.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll pause right there for a good cause. So you, oh my God.
Man, you just opened up a can of worms.
Yes, I did. I told you. I told you.
I
Why
mean,
not, man? Come
I
on.
mean, call a spade, man. Um, and these people, they know who they are. Stop scaring people out of growing. Stop scaring people out of your own insecurities for you to be a better person or a manager or an agency or whatever else it is. Listen, this this insurance world has a whole lot of room for everybody, right? And hey, Mondo, man, if say we work together and you're like, hey, Mike, we're working together and I love you, man. I love you like a brother, but it's just not working out. I'm looking to go elsewhere and go check this out. I'm going to say, boom, high five, Mondo. Hey, you always got a place to come back to. I love you like a brother. Nothing's going to change, right? Because that's what men do. That's what adults do, right? The last thing I'm going to do would be to discourage you, to deter you. And I'm going to tell you firsthand, that happened to me firsthand. You can't do this. You shouldn't do this, right? X, Y, and Z's done it and they failed. Well, why are you telling me about X, Y, and Z? I'm M-I-K-E. I'm Mike. I ain't them. My drive is different than them. Don't classify me with all of them, right? Because that same person you're classifying me as is sitting right next to you at the same organization still, in the same spot he was at when he got here. Listen, man, one man's trash is another man's treasure. You're over here, you can't be complacent, man, because you're missing all the fruits on the limb of that tree.
Man, at the end of the day, I think people take it too serious in the sense of
and personal.
They do way too personal, way too serious. It's okay, Mike, you are a grown man, and let's say other people are with you, y'all grown people. Who am I to project what I want of you on you? Who the hell am I to try to make you feel like you better do something because I think that's what you should do?
Right.
If I do, somebody need to whoop my ass. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, where do you get off projecting your expectations of somebody? And if they don't do it, man, people will overstep their bounds real quick. But again, what is that? That is not a person who is kind, who is gracious, who is growth minded, a person who is focused on encouraging and empowering people. No, it's none of that. What it is folks that are insecure, it's folks that they may have talent and all that stuff. It ain't none about that. It's about how they feel about themselves. It's about how they feel about their own ability. It's about the fact that they are counting on you more than they're counting on themselves. It's a whole lot of internal stuff and ish that they need to figure out. But instead of them addressing it and getting some freaking therapy, they want to push all that onto Mike, or all that onto Mondo, all that onto Sally, all that to Johnny or whoever, to try to manipulate people into doing things out of position and fear.
Yep. Fear. Huge word. They want to scare you into staying.
Man, look. If you're a person around people like that, run.
Fast.
All day long. God gave you one life, and you don't need to waste one more second with fools like that. Period. You don't. It's like, going back to, we give people so much power and so much authority over our steps. Like, I ain't putting, this dude, over what he tells me to do. Ain't happening.
Right. No.
Ain't happening. So, and here's the thing, man. Okay, check this out. When you were a little boy and growing up, college and all that stuff, early adulthood, you had dreams, aspirations, and all that stuff, right? Ambitions, right? Yeah, bless you, man. Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Okay. You have all those things inside of you. They're still there and growing. Some things you've accomplished. Some things you've accomplished, some things you're still looking to accomplish. You're further down the path, you're closer to it, but you're on your path, you're on your journey, right? Why in the world do we allow somebody to come in during halftime? Ain't been there for the preseason, ain't been there for the first quarter or second quarter, but they show up at halftime in a piece of our life, a little bitty piece. We just let them take the wheel.
That's a good question. I think there's a lot of weight in the word having faith and expectations of these people. And I fell victim. You know,
Uh,
I had faith in them. I believed them, right?
sure, sure, sure.
It's that belief. But you got to trust your heart. And that's and let me jump off subject, but it's kind of you know, all in one.
Mhm,
We're all given our own God-given abilities.
mhm,
And purpose
mhm,
and purpose.
mhm, mhm.
Um, and we can all live our lives, and some people will never ever find, their purpose in life, right? Some people
Right.
and no discredit to somebody working on the line at a warehouse, right? But like there could be a warehouse worker that has this God-given talents of maybe he's a great artist, right? But he's just complacent and he's just been told that this is where he needs to be because it pays the bills, or he's not good enough to go on a limb and become an artist, right?
Mhm,
Because that's what people are telling him.
mhm,
Now, that's living, that's just living. That's not living with purpose,
mhm.
in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, sure. It's fair.
Um, and I've learned that, hey, I'm so thankful, the gift of gab, the gift of communication, the gift of, we have the gift of empathy and being sincere when we speak and genuine and stuff.
Sure. Right.
But there's more than that. There's more than that. Just what you see on the outside shell. There's more than that.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot are missing the ball, is that, hey man, money, we all need money. We all need money to survive. We can't get past that.
Mhm,
But at the end of the day, what is your purpose in life?
mhm.
What are you giving back and fueling your interior drive and purpose? What are
My
you
purpose
living for?
exactly, man. My purpose is way more important than your opinion.
Facts. My purpose is way more than money. Want to know why?
Yeah.
Because you have to
It should
give
be.
to grow.
It should be
You,
though.
it is. And that's
Yeah.
something that I had to take a step back,
Uh-huh.
right? Take a step back, look at the man in the mirror,
Right.
and start thinking about and have these interior conversations about who is Mike Medley? Who am I?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where do I fit in this puzzle of the game of life?
Mhm,
And and as I have less years ahead of me than I do behind me, it's time to put my foot down and make that stamp and make my footprint into my purpose,
yeah.
into my children's purpose,
That's real
into my
talk, man.
community's
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
Not just go right business. That's
Mhm.
not my purpose.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Not my purpose. And
Mm-mm.
I suggest everybody that listens to this podcast to look at the mirror to him and her and identify what drives you, what
Mhm.
burns you outside of work that makes your heart, beat
Right.
and pump. What is it that makes you want to live other than money?
Well,
And then
that's
get
very
back to
fleeting.
us.
It's very fleeting. I have it. So, I have this, my imagination is a little different, but I imagine, let's say you're an assembly line of humans being made by God, right?
Mm,
And he hasn't breathed life into you yet. So there's just these bodies just floating down the assembly line, just, rolling down the assembly line. And here's Mike. Mike rolls up. Okay. And
I got
then
a boom box and LL Cool J.
I very seriously doubt God put a boom box on the conveyor belt. Just saying. But anyway, whatever he did, just for you, just for your imagination, we could play fun here. So we're rolling down, and I don't really think that God's interested in, you know, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make him put some. I'm gonna put a talent in him called making money. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sew him up. I'm gonna put this gift of making money inside of him, and that is his purpose. I don't think that happens.
Mm-mm. No.
I truly believe that that's a byproduct of fulfilling a purpose. If your purpose is something that generates, revenue or some sort of, financial gain. But all purposes don't do that. They're not supposed to. Some do, some don't. Right? I mean,
Hmm.
if you have a purpose to be a missionary, and God put that in you to serve people as a missionary, then obviously that's not a financially, or a financial gain opportunity.
Yeah, but it's rewarding,
But it's
right?
rewarding. It's purpose. So
Hmm.
there are many people, and I think in America we get kind of screwed up because of just our bubble here. But if you look at the majority of the planet, people are fulfilling their purposes all day long, and they are considered poor.
Hmm.
If you look at the majority of the world, people are fulfilling their individual purposes, and there's nothing wrong with a purpose saying, you know what? My wife and I talk about this all the time. Being a parent, a good one, not having kids. No. We're talking about being your my wife. One of I think people can have multiple purposes. I think you probably have more than just one. There might be a
Yeah.
lead one or whatever. However, my wife, I know one of her dominant purposes is for her to be a mother of her children and do it full freaking tilt, full tilt.
Hmm.
Some people are like, what does that even mean? Dude, if I broke it down to you, there'd be a lot of people that'd be like, I tap out on that. Like I'm telling you, this woman, the way you put in a 60-hour week at your job or 40-hour week or whatever or more, she's
Yeah.
putting in way more than that. But the level of it's not just the time, it's the intention, it's the level of detail, it's the intentionality, it's creating space and paving the road for these babies and different things that she's doing. I sat back the other day, bro, about cried. I was like, wow, I don't have that gift. If it weren't for you, our children would not be on this trajectory because I'm completely clueless in that particular department. I will rock with it. I will support it. I will empower it. I will clap.
Hmm.
I will get out the way. Whatever you need me to do, I'm gonna do it. But wow, look at that purpose. Look at that vision. Man, that was not given to me. That was
Hmm.
obviously given to you.
That's right.
And it produces zero money. But it ain't about that. It's not about that. It's about those humans and all the things that we're developing in them and God's developing in them. That's what it's about. That meaningful, word of purpose. I've seen so many people give up their purpose because of somebody else's opinion.
Hmm.
It kills me when I see it happen. It kills me when I see it happen. And low key, there was a quick hot minute where I almost let it happen to me. Quick hot minute.
And I think what you're talking about is, we're chasing something, right? We're chasing something. We're working towards something, right? But there was a lot of people in the same space that we were at that would say, "Oh, you don't have to be at your kids' X, Y, and Z game. You don't have to pick them up. You don't have to worry about that. You need to focus on this. Um, you know, they won't remember you not being at the game when years down the road. I don't know whose kids you're talking to, but my kids will, and they're going to remember that stuff.
Mhm.
And the biggest gift in this world, listen, if you can drop your kids off and you can pick them up and you can be present for those games. You don't have to make them all, but if you can be present, you're actually winning. You are winning as a parent.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
And and we've been told, oh,
Yeah.
don't worry about it. Let Selena take them. Oh, don't worry about it. They'll be home when you come back from work. Oh, don't worry about it. They won't remember you weren't home for a week and a half because you took them on a vacation.
Mhm.
Yes, they will. Yes, they
Well,
will.
and here's the other part that I don't think people think about. I'll remember it
Forever.
forever.
And your choice.
I have to live with that. And here's the other part that stings me. All right, I know this part is gonna rub some people, but I'm gonna say it because it's just how I rock in my home, and ain't nobody else up in here but us, so whatever.
Mhm.
That whole thing of you said it. What you say? well, you can miss the games. I mean, your kid's not gonna remember, these years. I mean, you don't have to go to all of them. They're not gonna remember. Time the hell out, man.
Yep.
Are we really having this conversation?
You taught me how to parent now.
Well, it's not even just telling me how to parent, but you're telling me that it's okay to skip out on little man or little mama's event because they won't remember?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To me, now I understand people have to work. Like you get fired if you don't show up. I understand all that, man.
Of course.
But if you have a choice, like for instance, if I don't go to work, I still, to work, whatever, I'm not gonna get fired. But what I'm saying, like it's not gonna like be devastating to the house. I understand.
Right.
Okay, but if you have a legitimate choice, and I'm like, so I'm also making this. If I go to work and I make that choice to go to work and not go to the game, I'm making a choice to disrespect my child.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, buddy, I'm in your corner. I got you back. Unless there's something I really want to do instead that you won't
Uh-huh.
remember I wasn't there.
Uh-huh.
See, that's how I hear that. That's how I hear that. Like we're trying to find ways to skate out of supporting and respecting our little bitties
Yeah.
because, well, they won't remember it. Well, no crap, Sherlock. They probably won't, but that ain't the point. That is not the point. At least that's how we get down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, little man started little like pre-K yesterday, whatever. It's not even like VPK, it's like a little pre-K thing or preschool thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And Selena said to me, yes, just yesterday morning, she said, I just want to thank you for just taking the time. I mean, I know he's not even like kindergarten yet. He's not even preschool yet. It's like a little thing he's doing. And he may not even remember it. But the fact that you made it a priority, she said, I love that. She said, just thank you for doing that.
You'll remember it.
I'll remember that. I did it more for me. Like in a sense, like I did it for him because I love him and I want to respect him, and I also want to encourage him and support him. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm dad, right? And when I say respect, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just little adults,
Correct.
and they can tell when you respect them and when you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying respect like they run the house. I ain't saying that. I'm saying, but you respect them as humans, as little people, right? As
Of
God's
course.
creation. So for me to go, it was for me to fulfill, what I am and who I am to him.
Mm-hmm.
But it also is for me because I'm gonna remember that when he had his first little day of pre-K, whatever it's called, and Daddy didn't go because I would rather sit here on Zoom and talk to Mike or somebody else or go to a meeting when it really wasn't that daggone pressing. I could have. You see what I'm saying? It's like so, but
Well,
I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
well, the same thing that you're saying is that, you know, if something's important to somebody, they put it on their schedule, right? And they make
Right,
time for it.
right.
So coming from this insurance business, as we're a 1099 and we're not going to get fired because we didn't go to work for one day,
Right.
they chose to not, they're choosing to not put it on their schedule, right? And make something else a priority over over your home should be the number one priority. Family first.
Mhm.
Everything else is secondary. You can't replace your family. Well, you can replace your family, but you're not supposed to, right? like,
Right. I'm with you, man.
like
Yeah.
if you get what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
you can replace your jobs, but
Yep.
you know those moments lost, those times lost, those promises not upheld. You know,
Yeah.
as a parent, you're supposed to be present, not just give them presents. It's a big difference.
Correct. Exactly. Dude, now I do have to give big ups to and props to the people that I do know. And over the last, 12 years or whatever, there are some people that do make their family the priority.
Hmm.
It's a popular thing to not, if I'm being honest. And people will get butt hurt about what I'm saying, but I've seen it happen. I've seen people make decisions. It's like, dude, ain't nobody making you go to work today. You know that, right?
Right.
Yeah, but I got momentum. Okay. but you got a kid, right?
Mhm.
And so, well, anyway, that's don't get on my soapbox. Again, it's real high. But there are some people that I know, I'm sure you even know, maybe we both know, that do a phenomenal job of creating their schedules in this, especially in the insurance world, creating schedules to where their faith and their family are first and second, and then work after that. There's some people that I've actually like, man, I honor that, man. I respect that. I see what you're doing, lady. I see what you're doing, man. There are some obvious examples of some people who have done that. However, that is not
Absolutely.
popular. That is not the popular, choice.
No.
Unfortunately, it should be, but it's not.
Mhm.
And what I find is, ooh, we just made a correlation coming full circle here, buddy. The people that I'm complimenting right now, those individuals
Are successful.
are successful and doing their thing.
Yes.
And they have a growth mindset. They're centered. They're on the right path. They're in their purpose and doing what because they recognize that their God and their family is a bigger purpose than what they do.
Mhm.
And they've got to properly align. So these are the successful people. These are the people that if when I do other things or move on or whatever, they're high fiving. They're like, good
That's right.
job, bro. That's awesome, man. Oh, that's beautiful. That man, hey, this and that. Hey, matter of fact, man, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the ones that are like clap because I'm clapping for them and what they do.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's not that you when you move on to something, it's not that you're saying like arrogantly like you're moving up from them. No, you're just moving on. I'm just moving up the street, could do something different. It doesn't mean that I'm better than you. It doesn't mean you're better than me. It just means we're different. And that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And
Yeah.
I can clap for you. Hopefully you can clap for me. Hopefully. Could do it. At the end of the day, man, there's several ways to make a living in the insurance business, and there's several ways to make money, especially in this world of technology. I mean, you can literally sit here and work for a major company and do customer relations and sit on your PJs all day and makes, 60 grand a year plus.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's
Yeah.
crazy. So it's fascinating when you what these people we're talking about are the folks that are high fiving Mike Medley right now. Good for you, dude.
Mhm.
High fiving people, like yourself, and have a growth mindset. But it's really interesting, man. I know that this can be a sensitive topic for some people because insecurities get stepped on, right?
Insecurities, that word loyalty. That's hey, let me throw this word out there. Those ones that want to hold you back and scare you out of your growth. I hear this word too much. Oh, you should be loyal to me. You should be loyal to me. Listen, the only person I'm loyal to is God and my family. At the end of the day, they're the ones that are going to point me in the right direction. Especially when the people that I suppose to be that we say that we have faith in, they're not growing either, but they're telling me to hold me back from my own growth. So it's like, you know, I hear people say, "Oh, well, I'm loyal. I'm loyal." Well, let that loyalty allow you to stay in that same space for the rest of your life.
Well,
Um,
loyalty does not. Oh, dude, ooh, you about to get me started. Here's soapbox number two. Loyalty does not mean permanence.
I
Lo-
understand that.
Well, I know you do. Loyalty does not mean that I'm going to be here forever. It means that while I am here, I'm loyal to the group, the mission, the focus to do what I said I was going to do. That's what I'm loyal to. I'm loyal to the arrangement that I made, that we've made, or whatever. But when it's time for me to consider a transition, I can't switch and pivot respectfully, give you the deuce, and go on to be loyal to my next thing. I can't
You
do
should
that.
be. You
I
should
should
be.
be able to. Like, but that dude, I don't like that word. I love it in the proper context, but
Mhm.
I don't like it when insecure freaking people, men and women, men especially, use that word to try to punk you into doing something they want you to do. Be loyal to me. Man, who the hell like for real? Loyal to you?
They think they're playing bully ball.
Man, bro, you out your mind. Like, I'm gonna be loyal to you
Yeah.
when God is obviously orchestrating things around my life that you don't have the vision to see, and honestly don't even have the right to see it, or shouldn't see it, or not supposed to. But there's something laid in front of me that you can't see. You were a part of a season, not my life, a season. Okay, cool. I respect it. I ain't gonna say I'm not hating you. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm a part of the season of your daggum life.
Mm-hmm. Goes both ways.
Mike, dude, it'd be great if we rock to the time we get up out of here. That'd be dope because you're a great dude. But man, I don't know. There might be a season where we part. It might be. You don't know that, and I don't know that. But for this season, we rocking together.
Mm-hmm.
If that season ends, hey, guess you know what? I'm never gonna call you, but like, hey, Mike, how come you ain't been loyal to me, man? You're supposed to be loyal to me. Get the hell out of here, Mondo. We talking about, man.
That's right.
It's like I
That's
say,
right.
that's what I'm saying. Those circles, I got to get up out of that, dude. I'm out of that. I'm into other world where the people in that world would never say that. They
Mm-hmm.
would never use that language to try to manipulate or convince me to do something. Those,
Yeah.
if you have those people around you that are trying to manipulate you by using you're supposed to be. First of all, let's take that supposed to out. Supposed what? I'm
Yeah.
supposed. Who said I'm supposed to? Based on your little peon understanding, I'm supposed to? Man, get up out of here,
Yeah.
man.
Listen,
You bugging.
you know.
You're bugging, man.
You-
Like, what? So for
Mhm.
me, it's like, look, man, there are times where I've had people move on from me. Okay. Great. We had fun while it lasted.
Mhm.
Man, good luck to you. Blessings to you, man. Like, I have no girl, go do your thing. That's awesome, man.
That's right.
I enjoyed the season we had. It takes maturity and confidence and I don't know, man. Just a heart of gratitude for people. Like no one's obligated to work with your behind, Mike. You know that? Like no human on earth is obligated to work with you. And the fact that people make the choice to be a part of what you're doing, your organization, man, I'm grateful for that. Another being made a conscious choice to be around my tail and to be around what I'm doing. That is a beautiful thing that I'm grateful for. Do not take it for granted, man, at all. Never have.
Mhm.
Because I could be a person that nobody can stand. And nobody wants to be around me. And nobody wants to work with me. And nobody wants to be in the same room with me. Nobody wants to talk to me. And nobody wants to listen to me. Matter of fact, don't even want to touch me. Like I could be that dude.
Right.
I know some people like that, man.
Mhm.
And I'm
Of course.
grateful I'm not one like just like them.
Mhm.
So, bro, like if you're a person that's in the spot of you're listening to myself and Mike, and we're gonna wrap this up because Mike and I can go on for 5 more soapboxes if we wanted to.
To be continued.
Yeah, but if you're in this spot and you're like, man, how do I do it? There is no manual. If you feel like the life is being sucked out of you by your environment and you can't grow, change it. It's only one thing to do. Change it. I guarantee you, you're not going to change the environment that you're in. Most likely, most likely you won't. Now, every now and then you might have that happen, but that's an act of God for real. But for the most part, pivot. There are 330 million people in America. You have other options.
Mhm.
Quit putting your life in the headspace of one ignorant person.
That's right.
Keep it moving, man.
Hey, keep growing.
Yeah,
Keep
keep
shining,
growing.
keep growing.
And
That's
surround
what.
yourself with people, man. Get some good counsel, get some good wisdom, get around some people with growth mindset, people who want to grow, people where you can sharpen each other.
You
But
you know what's funny, Mondo, is I remember they used to have us listening to these crazy audibles about you know uh, becoming a millionaire and the growth mindset, and those are the same people that were keeping us in a box. The same people, and I don't want to say
oh,
generalize anybody, but as you're giving me tools, you're giving me ideas, you're adding to the momentum of where my spirit is, right? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And then when I want to do it, you're like, pump the brakes now. We don't like that. You need to be loyal. Hey, we don't like that. You need to be thinking like us. You should be missing
Wow.
these games. You should be working harder,
Really?
Mike.
Really?
Like,
Okay. All right. Didn't know all that was happening. Okay. Yeah. All right.
so it's like,
Wow.
even when they don't want you to grow, there's these tools out there that we're all, assimilated with throughout whatever organizations that we're with that teach you to grow, that want you to grow. Well, God forbid, you actually start growing and outgrowing them.
Well, that right there.
That's the
That right
problem.
there. That right there. Some people, and these are people who are in leadership positions, but they're not leaders. The only difference is that they got there first.
Right.
So what really sucks is when you have leaders under people in leadership positions who aren't actual leaders. That is a very toxic environment. Very toxic. It takes some serious humility and maturity to recognize that the person that's leading you can't lead nothing.
That's right.
But then still submit to it. I was under that a long time ago, man. I was under that a long time ago. Not recent, but a long time ago. I was under that. Like, just it's like, bro. Yeah.
Do it.
I was, man. For me, I look at certain things like, okay, Mike, if you were, say you were to hire me at your place of business and I was interviewing, well, one thing that I would be looking at and observing is how do you lead your family?
Of course.
Because that's going to be a direct reflection of what you do at work. In most cases, it is. If you're, okay, now here's the thing. I'm not talking about some of the things people probably thinking about. Here's what I'm talking about. If you're not the leader of your home, you ain't leading me at all, bro. If I could tell you got the skirt on and she got the pants, you ain't leading me, dog. Sorry.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's just other things that I've observed. It's like, I want to respect you as a man and a leader of your TP called your home. I want to respect, like, just, and not that you expect that from me or it means anything to you. I just want to be able to look at you as a fan and say, man, I respect that guy. I honor that guy. Like, wow, I can learn something. You know what, man, I need to talk to him but I can learn something. I want to feel that.
Yeah.
About someone that I'm working with in business. Now, because of what I do for a living, I have that choice. Some people don't have that choice, right? They go to work and, Becky or Tyrone is their boss. They can't do nothing about that.
Right.
It is what it is. But if you're in a position where you have a choice to decide where you want to work, man, and you're choosing who do you want to, come under as far as their leadership, man, watch how they handle the things that God put them over. Their home. Watch that first. Watch that first. It'll tell the truth.
And a lot of times you don't get a chance to see that until after the fact, right?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Man, we're gonna have to have a part 2. This is real good. We went 15 minutes longer than we said we are gonna do it, but that's good. I don't care. Is there any final things you want to leave on this particular one? Because we're gonna pick it up again on the second episode and continue this talk, man. What you got, brother Mike?
Brother Mondo, man, I just encourage all the wonderful people out there to find your soul desire, what drives you, where find a purpose in life. Obviously your family and your kids, but find a purpose. If you find a purpose, the rest will take care of itself. That's what I believe in.
Purpose. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, man. You heard it from Eminem himself. Don't nobody know I call you Eminem. You heard it from him himself, man. Hey guys, thank you again for joining the AMG podcast. Again, you can follow us on IG, Facebook, TikTok, the whole get up at the Mondo Grimes. You can find us there and see all the different episodes and things that we're doing in business and in life. So, with that said, you guys have a blessed day, and we're looking forward to learning together and growing together. If I can get it out, Mike, and doing life together. You guys have a phenomenal day. We'll see you soon.